Alright guys, so for the very first hairstyle, we're starting off with our hair in a middle parting. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take all my hair to the back. I'm firstly going to be sectioning off a section of my hair just off the crown of my head, and I'm making sure that there's no knots or bumps by just smoothing it down with a hairbrush. Once I've done that, I'm then basically just separating that chunk of hair into 3 portions like this and just proceeding to braid that with a loose regular braid. Once you get to this sort of stage of the braid, you want to secure it with a hair tie that best matches your hair color, just so that it's nice and hidden. I'm then also just pulling on the braid a little bit just to make it a little bit thicker and a little bit more volumized. Now you could totally leave this hairstyle as is, however we are going to go a step further. I'm actually taking 2 small chunks of hair right by the front of my face, and again I'm just using a regular braiding kind of technique to braid these into little thin braids. Once I've braided all the way down and secured it with an elastic tie, I'm then repeating the same to the other side, and once you have 2 braids, you basically want to take them and weave them through the existing braid. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of just looping my fingers through each of like the loops of the braid and kind of just placing the smaller braid through that. By doing this technique, it almost makes it look as if the braids, the smaller ones, have almost been incorporated into the main braid from the start, and I think it looks so cool. The next step is to basically repeat that same process all over again. So I'm taking another small chunk of hair right by my face and I'm braiding it all the way to the back, and then basically just doing exactly the same but slightly lower than before. And this is the result that you get. I feel like it looks really layered, it looks really intricate without actually being too difficult to achieve on yourself. Once I've weaved those thinner braids through the main one, there is no need for them to be secured with the elastic tie. They're just kind of in the way, so I made sure to get rid of those. And then I did go a step further. I actually added 2 extra braids on the sides of the main one. I just felt like the hairstyle had something missing, and this definitely fills that void. So I did the same thing on the other side as well, and this is the complete hairstyle. I feel like this hairstyle is so incredibly beautiful. It is so intricate looking without actually being too difficult to recreate. So if you know how to do a regular braid, you'll definitely be able to do this.